Hello everyone, and welcome to my Bold and Beautiful Today channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Liam and Hope face off over Thomas' marriage offer. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers recap for Thursday, January 11th, reveals that John Finnegan prompted Steffy Forrester to point-blank ask Thomas Forrester if he'd anything to do with Emma Barber's demise. Steffy allowed. This was a waste of time since Thomas wasn't to condemn, but she agreed to do what Finn asked if it put the issue to rest. Lee Finnegan saw Steffy leaving in a huff and asked Finn if everything was okay, but he played down his disagreement with his woman. When Lee learned this was about Finn guarding Hope Logan from Thomas, she grew concerned. Lee offered a word of advice and suggested Finn shouldn't get too caught up in being Hope's protection, especially considering Hope's complex history with Steffy. Finn assured Lee that his family with Steffy was his precedence and that he'd no way do anything to hurt what they had together. That said, Finn would always be cautious of Thomas until proven else. At Forrester Creations on Thursday's B&B occasion, Hope suggested Thomas could come by the cabin latterly for a little further collaborating, so Thomas liked the sound of that. Thomas formerly again praised Hope for helping him come someone good of her love. After Thomas said he'd no way stop hoping for a future with her, Hope gave him a kiss. Latterly, Steffy set up Thomas alone in the CEO office and mentioned that Xander Avant talked to Finn again. Since Finn pushed Steffy to come there and ask Thomas one further time if he knew anything about Emma's demise, she bare that news. Steffy wondered if any of Xander's allegations were true, so Thomas said Xander was right about him being a person of interest. Although Thomas was sorry that Emma lost her life, he claimed he was cleared and the case was closed. Thomas suggested about Emma texting while driving and declared this was a senseless accident. Steffy suggested that explained a lot, but not everything. After Steffy said that ever the verity demanded to come out, all of it, Thomas agreed with her. At the cabin, Hope prepared a romantic table ahead of her evening with Thomas and touched the ring he gave her as she flashed back to Finn's warning about him. Liam Spencer showed up and could see that Hope had plans with Thomas tonight, so he was glad she wasn't in lingerie this time. Since Hope sounded distracted, Liam eventually got her to admit that Xander Avant was back in city. Liam assumed Xander was making Thomas' life a living hell and didn't suppose Xander's grim allegations were a stretch. Hope refocused out that Thomas was cleared and defended him as a new person now. Liam ultimately noticed the engagement ring on Hope's choker and asked if that's indeed what it was. Hope said it was none of Liam's business, but he realized it wasn't on her cutlet and that she couldn't say yes. Hope claimed she simply hadn't said yes yet, but Liam held out stopgap that she'd realize how important this relationship was going her and get out before Thomas hurt her again. Hope argued that Liam had hurt her too and tried to shut the discussion down since they both moved on. Talk turned back to Xander, so Liam asked why he was there now and what was in it for Xander if his allegations weren't true. Hope acted like Xander had a layoff to grind and demanded someone to condemn, so who better than Thomas? Liam scarfed over Thomas being the victim in his fable, but Hope lashed out over him being misreading her. Despite Liam and Finn's attempts to cover her, Hope said she didn't want it or need it. Hope just wanted to move on from that delicate chapter of her life, but Liam advised she'd no way be suitable to move once Emma's demise as long as she was with Thomas. Considering everything Thomas had put them through, Liam was adamant that Thomas was able of anything, including causing Emma's fatal outgrowth. Hope held the ring on her choker as she glared back at Liam. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers say Hope and Thomas' love will come with further challenges, so stay tuned for updates on whether they can overcome them. Liam stunned, moving too fast, Finn pushes Steffy B&B spoilers Thursday, January 11th. Liam stunned, moving too fast, Finn pushes Steffy. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers for Thursday, January 11th indicate that Liam Spencer will find out about Thomas Forrester's offer. Hope Logan may be moving too presto. John Finnegan wants Steffy Forrester to ask Thomas if he boggled Emma Barber. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers. Liam Spencer goes ballistic. Liam will ever learn that Thomas has decided to try to make his and Hope's relationship legal. Liam loathes Thomas anyway and there's no way that he'd settle for Hope and Thomas being together. Liam doesn't like his son being around Thomas moreover. As much as Thomas claims to have changed, Liam doesn't feel like that's the case. Liam would clearly have indeed more issues if he were to catch wind of Xander Avant's allegations. There isn't important of anything that Liam wouldn't do to keep Hope and Thomas piecemeal, and that includes jumping on the Thomas is a killer crusade. Thomas is getting enough grief from Finn, he sure doesn't need Liam's 2 cents. Hope Logan is moving too fast. The bold and the beautiful spoilers reveal that in Liam's eyes, Hope is moving way too fast. Liam cannot believe how snappily Thomas proposed, and now Hope is wearing his ring around her neck. How soon will it be before that ring is off the chain and on her cutlet? Has Hope learned nothing from the history? Shouldn't this prove that Thomas is still obsessed with her? Liam will clearly be in Hope's face trying to move her that Thomas is the devil incarnate if she'll hear to him. Will Liam move Hope that she shouldn't marry Thomas, or will he push her right into Thomas's arms? Hope believes that Thomas has changed, and if she's pushed, she just might marry him to prove her point. B&B spoilers Thursday, January 11th. Liam stunned, moving too fast. Finn pushes Steffi. B&B spoilers. John Finnegan challenges Steffi Forrester to find the truth. Since Finn and Steffi cannot agree to differ on the subject of Thomas, Finn will challenge Steffi to get to the verity. Finn wants Steffi to ask Thomas if he killed Emma, and he won't take no for an answer. Steffi believes her family has fully changed, but did he get down with murder before he decided to become a better man? Finn just isn't induced that the Bobbies got it right, and he wants to know for sure. Will Steffi ask Thomas if he boggled Emma? Does Steffi truly want to know the answer to that question, considering what it could be? Thomas was obsessed at the time. Was he out of his mind enough to run a youthful woman off the road to make sure she stayed quiet? Be sure to catch up on everything passing with B&B right now. Liam Spencer's break-in. Hope is at the cabin getting ready for her evening of passion with Thomas. Hope flashes back to Finn talking about Thomas being accused of murder. Meanwhile, Thomas is designing in the office and flashes back to Hope rejecting his proposal, but agreeing to wear the ring around her neck. Thomas shakes his head to snap out of it, then goes back to designing. Back to Hope, Liam practically breaks into the cabin. Even Hope is startled by the way Liam just burst in through the door without knocking. Hope asks what Liam is doing there. Liam makes snarky comments about interrupting as he looks around at the romantic theme of the cabin. Liam pushes Hope to tell him what has her so distracted. Hope doesn't take the bait and demands to know what Liam wants. After some bickering, Xander's allegations are brought up. Liam acts surprised, but there is something off about his reaction. Then, Liam lectures Hope about Thomas. Hope ends up telling Liam that they have both moved on. Liam mutters yeah while looking down, which suggests he hasn't moved on at all. The bold and the beautiful spoilers, Steffi Forrester Finnegan's confrontation. B&B spoilers and recap for Thursday, January 11th reveal that Steffi confronts Thomas. Steffi doesn't ask if Thomas killed Emma, though. Steffi keeps saying, Finn wants to know, Finn is asking, Finn has unanswered questions, etc. The way that Steffi is talking to Thomas about the Emma situation is slightly disturbing and odd. Does Steffi know something that fans don't? In any case, Thomas tells Steffi that Xander is right about one thing. Steffi braces herself for what Thomas is about to say next.